In today's video, I'll be reviewing together with Paul Antonio top 30 people that entered Calligraphy Masters Keep Writing Challenge. We'll be rating entries from 1 to 10, and in the end of the video, we'll announce all the winners plus something new. Paul Antonio will be giving 2 ratings. I'm giving just 1 rating, and that's it. That's the first entry, Joy of Creation. My rating for this is 7.
I agree with your rating. I think the design is a 7 and the execution I think is an 8.
That was quite easy. Guys, keep in mind, we recorded last week this episode and for like 10-15 entries it took 1 hour. There we go, much faster. This is Auric Inky. This is actually something that we reviewed last time, but obviously you haven't seen it. I give this 7.5.
I give this an 8 for both design and for execution.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Next one. Also, guys, in the top 30, there are more than 1 or 2 entries per person. I can't do anything about it. Obviously, some people have done better than others. And art by Hishek. My rating for this is 8.
I will give this a 6, 7 for design and 5 for execution, because if you can do this kind of accurate work, you can actually produce it better.
Okay. Maha scripts. Was this the girl that you know?
Yes.
Okay, my rating for, like, I'm confused. Okay, 6.5.
So I gave this a 4 for a number of reasons. The main reason was I know this girl could do better, and I just sort of feel that, you know, if you're going to put the work in, really put the work in. The flourishes are off, shapes are off, you know, it could have been a little bit more accurate, and I think because of the skill here, you can actually do this better.
Also, guys, we're thinking to start new series where Paul gives in-depth feedback on your entries, and we'll be able to review like 4 to 5 entries per episode. If you want to be part of it, comment below. Here, okay, this is an 8 for me.
So yeah, this is really good. We looked at this the last time as well. Design, there's I would say the design is an 8. I would say execution is a 7, because, you know, having looked at his work, I think, you know, we realized that he could do some really good stuff.
But this is actually the better version, you know.
I know, but
reviewing
when we
the
looked
one
at his site, we saw lots of really good work, and I just sort of feel that he sort of let down the execution, and he is a lot better.
I agree, but I think also because I'm talking with the guy.
Hey, we can't stay too long.
Okay, you see, you learn. I like this. Okay, here we have a lefty with copper plate. I'll give this 8.5.
Wow, I'll give this a 7. There isn't any real design here, so, you know, you can't really give points for design. Execution, yeah. I think the execution is very good, especially as this is a left-hander. That level of accuracy and rhythmic response to the writing is brilliant.
Oh, this is actually one of the pieces that I liked a lot. It's not the best, but I don't know, I think the idea is very cool. However, execution and stuff, probably 6.5 for me.
I think the design is good. I would put the design at about, you know, a 7. It's nothing complicated. Execution I have a problem with because the letters are really wobbly. They're not standard, you know, they're not sort of smooth. The shapes are a little bit odd, but especially when you look at the 2 E's, I would give this a 6.
This one, I really liked the keep, the writing. I'm seriously, I don't know, it's nothing personal. I just don't like this style. I don't know, this modern or whatever, this wobbly, it's so annoying for me. Nothing personal if you're watching, but I love the keep, the writing notes, so I'll give this a 5.
I think from a design point of view, this is really good. It's a good balance of a much sturdier drawn letter form against some lettering against some writing. I like the K, some execution issues with the weight and the shape and the structure, but I think all in all it sort of works really well. I think for execution I'd give this a 7.
Okay, we don't. Can we? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's funny because like this, it looks super cool, but when you look closer,
especially after you've just said you don't really like modern calligraphy.
Yeah. Well, but there's different kinds of modern calligraphy. Like
here, of course.
Like here is check this up, down, up. Like this is I don't like if you do it
but it's because you're seeing one large word. If you zoom in here, so go to the next, you can see how the W is low part. The next one.
Yeah.
The W is across 2 few weights and then you go up to the R, the N is different. You know, it's just because you're seeing one large word here, the rhythm creates a really nice knitted pattern. I think from a design point of view, this is really good. I would put this at a 7 in design, and I'd give this a 7 in execution.
Really? Wow. Well, I give this a 6.
Good tool control, good accuracy of shape, good spacing.
It's funny because sometimes I expect you to give some rating or something about some pieces, and you totally surprise me. Anyways, boogie type. I like this a lot. It's not perfect. However, there is so many things that I like about it, so I give this 7.5.
I think design-wise, it's really nice. It's really clean. It's really open. I'd give the design an 8. And execution, I think I'd give the execution a 7.5 because there's some things here that I think really need. There's some great things in here that just needs a little bit more tweaking and a little bit more practice.
Oh, this one we discussed actually. I like this a lot. The problem here is that writing is in the middle and there are black details. Also, like you can see inspiration by Sachin. I give this 6.5.
I think from a design point of view, I'd give this 7. An execution point of view, I'd probably give this a 5 because it's very difficult to read. And again, you know, it's like you were talking about, not using Sachin's work as given, but really sort of using it as inspiration.
Okay, I like this a lot. I mean, it's very simple. It's nothing. I've seen this kind of work a lot, but they've done it very well. So I give this 8.5.
I think from a design point of view, I'd give this an 8. Execution, I'd give this an 8.
Yeah.
I wish the chop was straight, but you know, what can you do?
What do you mean the chop? Like the orange?
little red chop.
Oh.
The little red stamp. I just wished it was a little bit straighter.
Keep in mind
because
next time.
The rest of the lines are great. I mean, you have all these beautiful verticals and horizontals, and the one thing that throws it off.
This is... yeah, I'm confused. Go on while I'm thinking about my rating.
For me, there's no design here. You know, it's just written. It's written nicely. There's a really good command of the tool. But, you know, I always say if you can write this well, you can write that. I'd give this.
And what's with the W? I'm like, what's happening here?
What do you mean?
Here down it's not connected and here is like an N.
It doesn't have to be connected. In Textualis Quadrata, quite a lot of the W's are essentially an I and then a V next to the I. They're not connected at the bottom, they're connected at the top.
Very
so
nice.
Nice little bit of historical.
I was gonna say very nice, Milan. You created Calligraphy Masters, you don't know stuff like this. Well, I give this a 6 as well. This we discussed last time. Oh, so here's a second entry from this guy. I like this a lot. There is some issues, however, so I'll give this a 6.5.
I like the design. You know, the design, I'd give it an 8. Execution, I'd give it a 6 because I sort of feel that the understanding of white space in the K and the W was great and it should have been kept through the whole thing. Or everything should have been like the R, W, R, R, E. I just sort of feel it sort of the execution lets it down a little bit, but I really like it.
Okay, we're going very good with the time. I don't know how interesting it is for people just hearing the feedback, but we have to find the winners, guys. One of you or one of the entries is getting €100 and top 10 will get Calligraphy Masters Keep Writing Facemask, which
How
is
come you never sent me a mask?
I can do every all the things at the same time. Yeah, 10 people will get one mask and one of the entries will get €100. Here is Mattia Bonara with a very nice entry. I like this a lot. I'll give this a 9. Okay, here's the first 9.
Whoa, a 9!
Well, I like it.
Okay, great. Glad you like it.
I like the
flow. It's a nice blend. It's a nice blend of sort of Spencerian forms and copplate script forms. I'd give this a 7. There isn't really any design here. Executed well. It's good writing. You know, I'm a stickler for accuracy in letter forms. I just sort of feel the letters are a little bit. The thing here, I just feel the letters aren't different enough or not similar enough. Execution, I'll give it 6.5.
Tonga Gearings. Okay, guys. Also. Something.
Okay, I'll give this a 10.
Wait, but I was just gonna explain that people are gonna say how Calligraphy Masters crew members are participating. Well, Calligraphy Masters crew, the people of Calligraphy Masters crew are in the crew because I love their work and I work on different things with them, like prints, like books, events, exhibitions and stuff like this. But this doesn't matter that they cannot enter challenges and they cannot win. To be honest, I'm not gonna have preferences. If somebody makes a better entry, I'll be honest. I don't know if Calligraphy Masters member is gonna win. This is gonna be tricky because, okay, Paul gave it a 10. I like this a lot, but just not to be, what's the word?
Discriminatory.
Probably, I would give it a 10, but just because it's a Calligraphy Master crew member, I'll give it a 9.
Wow.
Well, come on, people are gonna hate me. They're gonna say, oh yeah, because he's Calligraphy Masters.
But you know, if we look at this, okay, look at it. Fogger's work is brilliant. You know, it has really good execution. The design is great. The rhythm is great. The balance is great. The space is great. You know, I don't really like splatters on work, but look at how he's used this. You know, it's this beautiful bit of expressional splatter, not through the lettering. So the letters are really strong and beautiful. They have, you know, there's so much going for this piece. And, you know, okay, fine. You know, Fogger's a professional and he is excellent at tool manipulation. You know, I'm giving you my opinion. What I'm seeing here, this is definitely a 10.
Okay, I'll give it a 10 as well, but you have to prepare me if somebody of the crew wins. What am I supposed to do? Like, people are gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna...
Why don't you message Tolga and say to him, we gave him a 10, but we can't let him win.
Okay, I'll think about it. We'll continue. It's not gonna be fair, like... Okay, I'll think about it. Okay, here.
Oh, come on, hurry up. You know, you told me to hurry up.
This is the end of part 1. It was supposed to be a 1 video, but it's a bit longer. Watch the second part tomorrow. Subscribe.